This is John Walton, and you're listening to the Power Play Point podcast with the Blue Liner on point and Anna Knox. Here's Wilson, and on the right circle, he scores!
Rebound loose, wild scramble in front, score! Ovechkin with a buzzer beater! It'll count!
And the hat trick tonight, number 21,
Spectacular! Braden Holtby!
Hello and welcome everybody once again to the Power Play Point podcast. Hello DMV. It's the Blue Liner on Point talking to you live to tape from downtown Glen Burnie, Maryland. And we're here to cover another week in Caps hockey. And before we do, just another quick reminder, we're still in the midst of Hockey Fights Cancer. No doubt everybody saw the heartwarming story with Logan Thompson and his protege. And cancer being our favorite, one of our favorite charities here. So just keep apprised of that. The donation link will be active all through the month. And if you have it in you to donate, please consider that. And of course, with me again to cover the games and other stuff is the mermaid Anna Knox.
Yes, happy windy Sunday, gal.
Yeah, lots of blowing going around.
Oh, I could make a presidential joke right now, but I won't.
Well, that would be very presidential,
Wouldn't it?
but and I'll leave it at that. You missed the first two periods of last night's game. So what was the special occasion?
Avery is my daughter's best friend, and her mom and I, the four of us, get together every year, to bring in the holidays by watching horror movies.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that was last night. In your PJs, and I had chips and queso. Everyone else was eating their sweets, and we watched As Above, So Below, which was meh, and then The Creep, which I highly recommend.
Well, you missed the first two periods, but that actually was a horror movie of another kind.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, I will say I looked up and I was like 2-0, and then I stopped, and then we got home and I put it on, and there we go.
Yeah. Almost as if the game had changed once you did that.
Just a little bit.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Okay. So overall, it was a 1-1-1 week. Fittingly enough, it brings the team to 500. I guess it could be way worse, but glass half empty. They're at the bottom of the division, but glass half full. Again, they could be a lot worse. This being a weekend, I've been holding back on a few things. Let's just say that, but it's not going to be as bad as it seems. So we're gonna cover the games as only we can, and we're gonna move on to a few things I need to get off my chest. And Anna, I'm sure you got some stuff you'd like to talk about too. So let's start with the best game of the week, the win, the outright win, and this is probably the best game they've played all year, to be honest. So still middle of the road trip, rounding it out in Carolina. And a lot of us had this marked as a loss because, well, Carolina's been playing fairly well. They're not the division leaders, but they're playing pretty well. They're pretty close to the top, and they're one of the teams favored to go some distance in the playoffs, and they've made some tweaks over the summer, and managed to get themselves better. And so there wasn't, let's just say, there weren't any expectations that were very high for this game. So very pleasant surprises all around. So let's go to the summary score sheet from the NHL app to begin. First period, Brandon Duhaime once again starts the scoring. His second of the year, Ethan Frank, and helping him out again, and Nick Dowd. So some fourth line magic right off the get-go. 5:42 into the first. And so this being an audio-only podcast, be sure to catch us Monday, tomorrow night, as we're recording this. It's Sunday the 16th, the afternoon of Sunday the 16th. Going to get this out to you later this evening, but Sunday the 16th is when we're recording. Tomorrow the 17th, we will be with Robbie Gross on Sports on the Hill around 9-ish for Caps Talk, Anna, Robbie, and I.
I'm actually off tomorrow.
Oh, you are? Oh, well, then
Yep.
it's a good thing. Good thing I mentioned that. So, okay. So,
yeah.
sorry.
No, I had something coming up with my son's school, and I'm like, I can't stretch myself too thin. So,
Gotcha.
Senior year stuff.
Right.
But it sounds like Janae is going to be on.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, I actually didn't know that. So no, that's more than fine. So we'll miss you, but yeah, the lineup is usually us three.
Yeah.
But okay, yeah. Sometimes you gotta swap out, you gotta sub out. That's fine. So, but the point I was making was this being audio only. We'll visualize a goal along with the help of the NHL's visual. Oh, you know what? Now I just remembered something. I got to check something, and I'm going to yell at NHL.com if they didn't fix it, because I even emailed those bastards about it, and if they didn't fix it, I will not be happy. Not at all. They actually left off the visualizer for this goal.
For the Duhaime goal or the Strome goal?
The Duhaime goal. The Duhaime goal.
Not okay.
Yeah, no, it's way not okay. And if they still haven't fixed it, I'm going to be pissed. So here we go. So Tuesday, the 11th, Veterans Day. Hope our veterans had a good Veterans Day. Okay, looks like they fixed it, I want to say. Well, all right, here's Game Center. No, those bastards haven't fixed it. Son of a... Oh, my God. All right, well, except for that goal, we'll be showing the other goals visualized, but Okay, all right, we'll make do. I guess that's one less video I have to make if you look at it, but oh well. Whatever. I thought it was really great goal, really great pass by Frank through the goal mouth to a waiting Duhaime to get his stick on it, and in a great start to the game. So yeah, there was that, and as I said, that was 5:42 in the first. Caps kept the Canes at bay for the rest of the period, and then on to the second period. Dylan Strome, his fifth assist from the captain and John Carlson at 5:59, making it 2-0. And then the multi-million-dollar sensation, Nikolai Ehlers, gets his third. Blake and Gostisbehere helping out, cuts the lead to 2-1 at 13:56. And then Caps jumped out. So a power play goal by Jacob Chikrin. You heard me right. Somebody other than Tom Wilson figured out how to score a power play goal for the Caps. And so Jacob Chikrin got this one. Ryan Leonard on the assist for that one, his fifth of the season. And Carlson, the secondary, 5:46 in the third. Caps never looked back, and Alex Ovechkin would get the empty netter to ice it. His fourth of the season, Beauvillier the assist. And yes, that did occur in the magical McNugget. So you got not only pizza but McNuggets as well.
Tasty.
Shots on goal. Yeah, very, very much so. Although I don't think I partook in either because I actually was quite under the weather for most of the middle of last week. But
Yeah.
hope you did. You out there on the other side of the speakers, the earbuds, what have you, because that's good eats if that's your proclivity anyway. Shots on goal, 28 for the good guys, 31 for the Canes. Okay night in the face-off. A 1 for 5 on the power play. Always good to hear. Penalty minutes were even. Most of the vitals, were even or leaned the Caps' way. So again, pretty good game overall. This one, they were in it from the get-go. They were serious about it. They locked it down. I mean, yeah, 31 shots they gave up. Never good to give up over 30, but not too many of them, I would say, were of the high danger chance. And when they were, Logan Thompson was up to the task. A great team dynamic in this one. Marty Faravari got into a fight.
That was an awesome fight.
I did not. Not that I thought he didn't have it in him, but that was awesome to see him
Yeah.
standing up for the team. So yeah, that was pretty good. So yeah, everybody was into it. I can't really remember anybody having a bad game. So this was pretty good. They shut down the Canes when they had
Yeah.
to, and
Nothing
just
better than an ass kicking with the Canes.
This was from start to finish.
Yep.
They dominated. So yeah, love to see it. And I thought they banded together like I thought they would. Okay, we're the underdogs. We're gonna, nobody thinks we're gonna win this thing. So let's just get out there and prove them otherwise. And that's pretty much what they did. And yeah, love to see it. So it was great. Easily the best game of the week.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's I mean nothing too complicated. Just and this is going to be a theme, I think. But I think the secret of the success was that they kept things simple. So just go to
Back
the
to
net
the
when
basics.
what's that?
Back to the basics.
Exactly. Keep it simple. Back to basics. Go to the net when you got the puck. Lock it down in your own end. 60 minutes of great effort, and that's been the formula. And they played it out.
Bravo.
Nothing more you can say. And you just wish they could bottle it and keep it in the old wine cellar, but not to be for the rest of the week, unfortunately. So we move on to the next game. So the final game in the road trip, off to Sunrise, Florida, against the defending champion Panthers. And this would be a 6-3 loss down there. It started out well enough. Oh, looky here, Brandon Duhaime. Another opening goal at 8:25, tips it in off the Sandine shot. And so, yeah, Caps are off to the races again, 8:25 from the original puck drop. And we're thinking, okay, another great start. Maybe we'll see if they, can hang on to it. And then, yeah, it didn't last. It didn't last very long, not very long at all. 38 seconds later, yeah, lost lead, and it just kind of fell apart after that. I don't know. I'm trying to think of things that last 38 seconds or less. My mind keeps going to really bad places.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm going to verbalize what I'm thinking. So
Okay. Very wise.
you use your imagination. But yeah, there are some things that well, if they last for 38 seconds, it's never really a good thing, I guess. So unless it's
Bull riding.
bull riding or really really bad indigestion or something like that. Again, use your imagination. Not gonna go into it too much here. Don't want to gross out the humanoids. So keep going. Evan Rodriguez got the tying goal at 8:53 to ruin everything. Mikkel and Reinhardt the assists on that one. Then we go to the second period. Cole Schwint, his second. Forsling and Lusterainen at 3:05 to pull the Panthers ahead. Then the Panthers kept getting power plays, and that is never a good thing because they're pretty lethal on that. Sam Reinhart hit his ninth, and he was pretty much all alone with. I love Logan Thompson. This is probably the one bad goal he gave up. I think this week he was kind of, I don't know. He was kind of, I don't know if there's an ice rink version of synchronized swimming, but he sure looked like he was trying out for that team at the time because he was above the crease flailing, and I don't know. It didn't look very good, but it was another PK, another masterful job by the penalty kill. Yay. Sam Reinhart left the deposit another goal. Big surprise. Verhage, oh my God, I hate saying that name. And Seth Jones, the apples on that one. 14:41 second. Caps would pull within 52 seconds with after the first puck drop of the third. Justin sort of his second against his old team. Chikrin and Tom Wilson, the helpers on that one. So nice push to the net by those guys, and sort of helps it out and gets them within one. You're thinking they're going to make a game of it, but no. About 4 minutes later, Reinhardt again. He gets in double digits. Lundell and Lusterainen at 4:54, and then Florida runs away with it. Caps couldn't stay out of the box in this one. Go figure. Seth Jones, his first at 9:47 on the power play. Brad Marchand and Aaron Lundell the assists, and that would prove to be Marchand's 1,000th point. So yeah, that was cause for celebration on that side.
I really wish I could, but
Yeah. I mean, he's kind of he used to be public enemy number one. I think he's mellowed a bit in his older age, but
yeah,
just a bit, just a bit.
just a bit.
Um,
Yeah, it's not go.
yeah,
I'm not
he's
ready
not.
to buy the jersey.
No, but he's not licking people anymore. But
That's true. He has sort of tamed his obnoxiousness, but still, there's sometimes when you just look at his face and you're like, one throat punch. Just one.
yeah.
But whatever. 1,000. All right, bravo to him.
So and then Caps would empty the net a little early. Florida wasted no time filling that net with a puck. E2 Lusterainen, the empty netter, Marchand and Lundell, the helpers on that one as well. 18:30 thus ended the game. Caps would get 40 shots on net on this one. So this one would be the exact opposite of the recipe they played out this year. Great offensive output and attacking really awful defense. And the one time they needed their offense to rise to the occasion, the two times they got a power play, it
Nothing.
did exactly nothing. Hence the 0%. And didn't help their own cause by getting 10 penalty minutes to the Florida's 4, and just not. I mean, their attack was sound, but just not very responsible in their own end, and it showed. Pretty good start shots wise, 17-7. They kept it up, double digits over all 3 periods, but like I said, just very lacking in their own end, and it was definitely an off night that way. It just, I don't know. It's another game where they started great, and I think they just abandoned their game plan by not locking it down. I think they were just trying too hard, concentrating too much on, we got to get goals. Oh, we got to get goals. And, Spencer Knight is no easy out. So, I don't think that was no Bobrovsky. So going to make any difference anyway. So yeah, I don't know what they were thinking, but yeah, this was. I mean, it could have been worse, but it wasn't. It certainly wasn't the best. Certainly not from a defensive standpoint. It was.
Yeah.
And
Carolina was
then,
my favorite game of the week, and this was
oh
my
yeah,
meh game.
yeah,
Just meh.
this was most definitely a meh game. Perfect way to describe it. Um, I mean, it wasn't horrible. I mean, it ended. I mean, it went off a cliff pretty quickly after the third, but eh, it could have been a lot worse. Um, by contrast, back home last night, Saturday night, Caps back at home against the division leading New Jersey Devils. And the first and second periods were just complete crap. There's no two ways about it. I did not know what team I was watching. I didn't see any effort. I didn't see anybody go in the net. I didn't see much of anything at all, except for two Devils goals. We'll get to those in a second. Now, apparently they got 8 shots on net, but again, they were of the distance kind that wasn't going to get past a Jake Allen because nobody was in front of him to take his vision away. Nor did anybody try to go after any rebounds. Everybody, top to bottom, looked like complete garbage for the first 40 minutes. So, so much for that. So let's hop back over to the scoring summary. Oh, look here. Well, Hughes was involved in the first goal, but not Jack Hughes because, well, something about his knife skills were lacking. So I hear. I'm going to leave it at that. I don't know if he's a fan of the Food Network, but maybe he should be. I don't know. We learned something from there. Arseny Gritsuk. I hope I said that right. Actually, I don't care if I said that right. Big surprise. Penalty kill gives up another one. 5:05 in the first. Luke Hughes, that is. And Paul Cotter, the assist on that one. Caps fall behind because of special teams. Man bites dog. Yeah. And then Luke Hughes again, his first of the year. Ex-Cap Brendan Dillon and Jesper Bratt, the helpers on that one at 17:46. Caps down by a deuce, while dropping a deuce in playing after 20 minutes. Caps were honestly lucky to get out of the second without giving up a goal. Second period in terms of offensive output was absolute. And here's a surprise. It actually got worse by 2 shots in the third, but they managed to get 2 goals and tie it. So here we go on to that. Connor McMichael, exactly a minute into the third period. So bizarro McNugget minute goal. With the captain and Chikrin helping out on that, pulls them within 1. And then 7.5 minutes later, the captain himself gets number 902, his 5th of the year. McMichael and Strome on the assist on that one. So Alex Ovechkin willing the team. Haven't had, other than getting 900, haven't had too much to say about him. Good that is. But he's willing the team to at least tie the game. He gets 2 points. Connor McMichael emerges from his slump, gets 2
Yeah.
points and helps them out. Good
He
to
needed
see that. He definitely needed that. And I saw, out loud, I was like, I saw him and he finally got back to his game, which tells me, okay, you know what? Maybe center is his natural position, but maybe he really does belong on the wing, because I saw him getting back to his game, which is being sneaky and taking the puck away and then turning it around and taking it 100 feet the other way.
Yeah.
And creating scoring chances. That's his game. That's his wheelhouse. I saw that at least 3-4 times from him last night. So good to see him look comfortable. Great game by him last night. So it's on to overtime, and yeah, that was fruitless. So on to the skills competition. Y'all know what happened there, and I'm sorry, I'm not gonna waste any time with this shootout because I still think the shootout is the most ridiculous way to resolve a game that involves standings points towards the right to play for a Stanley Cup. I'm sorry. I will take that to my grave. You don't like it, cry in your pillow, argue with a wall. I'm done. Game over. 31 shots apiece in this game. Caps were okay at the dot, 47-5. Had one power play chance, all of one. They blew it. Big surprise. Gave the Devils 3 power plays. They blew one of them. Big surprise. So again, had it not been for special teams ruining things, they might have gotten out of here with 2 points.
Right.
Big freaking surprise. Managed to lay 26 hits on the Speedy Devils. And okay, I don't want to harp on this, but this was a team that had no Jack Hughes, no Dougie Hamilton. Pretty sure they were missing Andre Palat as well. I didn't see him. I saw some that were missing $35 million worth of their lineup. And this was the best they could come up with against them. Yeah. Great that they came away with a point, but when they get
Yeah.
healthy again, this doesn't bode well unless they fix their game somehow.
Yeah, I'm not liking this pattern of each time we've talked, it's been one fantastic game and two meh, damn it games.
That
It's just, and again, why is Ovechkin in the shootout? Why?
well, I did
No,
we're
no,
gonna mention that,
it
or I'm
just
gonna mention that in a bit here.
okay.
Yeah.
It just
I
needs
mean,
to not. He needs to not do the shootout. It
well,
was no.
to play, pun intended here, but to play devil's advocate, not really. I get one, he's the captain. Two, he's primarily responsible in this game for getting them back to a place where they at least walk out with a point. So he, in a sense, he's got the hot hand. So maybe he's got a goal in him for the shootout. So that
No.
I know, but I get that mentality. And he even said later that he went with his gut. Now he's going to say something else in that same press conference that I'm going to call him out on. But yeah, that no, it's not been a successful thing. It's not. That it's kind of it's kind of like a guy who's good at barbecue trying to pull off French cuisine. Um, It's possible it can be done, but it's not very likely it can be done.
Well,
So,
I just yeah,
yeah,
I just feel like we haven't seen it recently and
which we
pretty
haven't.
wasn't feeling it. And then if you watch the replay, it was just a really lame looking effort. And it was like, okay, and here's someone else who can come in and say, listen, he's 40. He's played however many minutes in the game. He's probably exhausted, which is exactly why he shouldn't be in the shootout. And why don't they pick someone who is half his age who would probably make the shot? And I know that sounds crazy saying that against Ovechkin, but this isn't like we just haven't seen like, oh, where the hell's, my God, he's better than Oshie. He's, it's like, no, this is not his strength if we have to refer to that. So it was frustrating because I really felt like had they put somebody else in, maybe we could have won this one. But I don't know. It's just frustrating, and of course, we're all huge fans of his. But there's just I think somebody else could have been in that position last night.
Yeah, you get no argument from me on that. Again, I get the mentality, but yeah, I mean, maybe if it goes 6 or 7 rounds or something, you throw him out there, but yeah, it just didn't it just it hasn't been his thing, not for the longest time. And oh, give someone else a chance. But that's I'm not going to beat that dead horse. At least not for the moment. Caps did not look very good in overtime. They gave the puck away for most of it. Pretty lucky to make it last and not lose it in overtime. Um, but I want to give them credit for going the distance. They could have come out with 2 points, but at the end of the day, I am not going to worry about a shootout loss too much because one, for good reason, they don't use it to decide playoff games. Two, you know, if you think about it, shootouts are based on a lot of luck. So maybe just maybe you send somebody out instead of Ovi that they get it, but maybe not. You never know. But I'm not gonna waste too much time by saying what if with the shootouts because that it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. And
Yeah.
that was a point I was trying to make last night in our chat room. Um, so bitter about the loss, fine, but I mean it's a shootout. What are you going to do? You might as well have just flipped the coin to decide it, as far as I'm concerned. Um, yeah, this was. I don't know. This was. You didn't have. I don't know. So you had Ovechkin and McMichael come to the rescue. You had just a complete mess in the Florida game, and then the Carolina game. It was everybody.
And that's the
And
pattern I'm afraid of.
yeah, it's been either one guy carrying them for the most part. That this year it's been Tom Wilson. Let's be honest. It's or it's been nobody, or it's been the whole team playing a 60-minute game.
Right.
What's wrong with this picture?
So much.
Well, thus endeth that week. And again, 1-1-1. I am trying to remain optimistic, but I'll be honest, my patience is wearing very thin, and there's a lot of fans whose patience is wearing extremely thin. I will be speaking to that sentiment here in a moment. But before we do, let us segue into our a notation for this year's sponsorship partner, and that is Empowering Education. And that was, of course, founded by my good friend Audie Wood. Now, but before I start that, I don't know if you have time, Anna, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into too much detail now. But when we get off air, if you got a
Uh-huh.
couple minutes, he had some great. He went down to Sunrise actually with
Oh, nice.
the business manager of Empowering Ed, and yeah, did some hobnobbing with the folks at Monumental and some other big wigs and some former Capitals, and he had a few very interesting, great stories to tell. So yeah, I'm not gonna say anything here, but when we get off air, that's something you might like to know. Um,
Yeah.
but okay, so empowering education. Well, if you're looking to empower your child for financial success, Empowering Education, which is a nonprofit organization that originated in Kentucky a couple of years ago, is bringing financial literacy and career development to the next generation. Our holistic approach goes beyond money management as we offer access to education funding, job training, and practical skills to set students up for a brighter future. And this January, we have made plans to expand into the DMV area. If you're interested in that, contact myself and Mr. Audie Wood for greater details. a lot of that's coming into fruition. Trust me. Don't miss the chance to give your kids the tools they need to thrive. Parents, reach out to founder Audie Wood today to secure a spot in our 8-week course. Um, a little bit of history about that course. When it first began, an impressive 91% of the students that began the program successfully completed it. These were youths who were at risk of incarceration. Today, instead of taking from the system by taking up a jail spot, they're rewriting their stories, pursuing trade schools or community colleges. And now, so they're building productive lives. So the end result, empowering education isn't just transforming lives, it's saying taxpayer money that would have gone towards incarceration, could have gone towards people taking away from the system. Instead, you have young people turning their lives around and contributing to the system by being productive citizens as they learn the value of things like budgeting, keeping good credit, tracking loans, and mental health practices that keep you on a good path to straightening out your finances so you don't waste it all away. And they found that mental health is the number one reason why so many go into debt. So that is actually, we've made it a key component of the coursework. So you stay in a good spot mentally to keep your finances going. So now you have young people contributing to the economy and not taking from it. And that clearly is a benefit because who wants to have your young person go to jail for any offense when they can be productive citizens? Empowering education has a proven track record of doing just that. So, as we say, empower your child, empower their future. That is what we're about. We are bringing financial health and literacy here to the DMV, and it's going to start in Baltimore City. It's going to spread all throughout. We have an online course opening up, as I mentioned. You want more information about that, contact myself or Audie Wood about that. And thank you for indulging us. Thank you, Audie, for being our partner this season.
So can I just add something?
Sure.
So, I mean, you and I have been friends forever, but did you know when I lived in Los Angeles, I worked at a center, which basically is a school environment for students who have been kicked out of public school. And we are the last chance, quote unquote, for them to either remain in school and get the help they need or go to jail or juvie or some other place.
So when it comes to kids like this that are in need, you know what it's all about.
Yeah, this is so, and I've heard this, you say this message a couple of times, and I was like, been meaning to reach out, and maybe at some point I need to reach out to Audie himself and just say, like, yeah, I've been there and I've seen it, and I appreciate this, because what we did at the center was, yes, academic, but so much of it was like life skills. The the importance of if you don't have a license and you're taking the bus to East LA, you need to know how to make change. You need to know how to tell time. You need to know how to budget. Big focus on life skills and of course academics. But so this is kind of interesting to me that this is what I started my career doing in 1998, and we kind of come full circle. So it's very cool.
That's awesome to hear. I never knew that about you. I mean, of course, I knew. You've been teaching for a while, a good while now, and so now right now you're focusing on secondary special ed. But I had no idea that that's when you got your start. So yeah, you and Audie should probably have a conversation.
Definitely.
'Cause
Yeah,
yeah.
my whole passion in starting off is what they called the time emotional disability, or emotional disturbance, I think is what it was called. So they put
Hmm.
my degree in. So yeah, the worst kid, the teachers are like, God, I can't stand this kid, and they don't have any hope. I'm like, come to me. We're gonna work this out.
All right.
Johnny, sorry.
Awesome on all. No, no, don't be. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad that you came out with that because that's yeah. You can learn something new
There you go.
all the
I
time.
may be a smartass, but I also have a big heart for this population of kiddos.
Yeah, yeah. So that's yeah, that's what we're trying to do is you know get bring like you said a life skill to the that population that needs it and
Yeah.
is going to need to know it and learn it and live and breathe it. So yeah, that's great. That's great to hear. Um, Okay. So again, if you're interested, you're listening and you're interested, you got a young person that you'd like to enroll, contact myself and or Audie Wood, of course, the founder. And the Empowering Education website is finally up and running. So we'll be posting that link in the show notes as well. And I already have posted that on my personal Facebook page. Um, and so the link is there as well. So go visit that if you want more information about what they are and the basic coursework as well. Okay. Well, like I said, it's Sunday, and since it's Sunday, you know, I can't help but feel a little. Well, I'm feeling the spirit move me. Let's just say that. Uh, what do I mean by that? Well, I've been doing this podcast in one form or another for quite some time, and it's my people, and when I say my people, a good chunk of my family's from Oklahoma and Texas would call this a bully pulpit, a nice forum for me to say whatever I want to say and try to motivate people and try to get my message across. And I kind of feel like this is one of those times. So you're welcome to either stop tape here if you want, or sit back and relax. Maybe get yourself a club sandwich or something first. But the fact of the matter is, no, we're not seeing the best Washington Capitals team out there. We're not seeing the results that we're used to seeing. I get that. But the truth of the matter is, and again, I do apologize for being if I'm coming off as preachy here. You're going to have to bear with me. I'm not the son of a preacher man. You're going to have to settle for a nephew of a preacher man. So, but the truth of the matter is, this team is at a crossroads. I've said it many, many times in our chat room. I'll say it to you now, listening from wherever you be you in the state of Maryland, Commonwealth of Virginia, District of Columbia, or elsewhere overseas, and however you're listening, doesn't matter. This team is at a crossroads. Every man and woman comes to a crossroads in their life at some point, and every organization does too. This is no different. Your choices are to move forward with what you got, add pieces, change things, go left or right, not straight, or turn back. Well, turning back is not an option. I'll tell you what, it's not. Or in the Caps case, let youth be served, gamble on them, lean on the veterans for results. Well, I don't know. And then some of us, me included, have screamed, for example, why isn't Ryan Leonard out there getting more minutes? Why isn't he getting played with some guys that can set him up for success? He's not being developed, and there's most definitely a legitimate argument for that. But I just want to point out that in the game of chess, well, pawns are most often cast aside, but can also reach the other side. So as a chess master, you've got a choice. Do you want to let them get to that other side and become more than they are? Or do you do what you got to do and sacrifice them so you get yourself in a position to win the game? It's a difficult choice if you're running things. So thinking of that, it occurs to me, do you want to see this team win? Or do you want to see the younger guys get to grow into their roles? It's a difficult choice. And I'm not sure we can have both. So therein lies the conflict. Some of you might be hearing this and say to yourselves, you know what? That's just too much thinking for me. I don't want to think that much about hockey. But guess what? That's the beautiful chaos that is this game. You plan, you get there, you think you've got things handled, and before you know it, instead of things going your way, your kitchen's on fire and your basement's flooded all at the same time. So what are you going to do? Well, that's time you got to turn to your own instincts. And 9 times out of 10, your instinct will get you through. So I'll say this about one Spencer Carberry. He's a brilliant coach, but sometimes he is not exactly the greatest at, I'll say, communicating his modus operandi. He said something last night that bothered quite a few people, me included. Quote, O normally doesn't shoot, end quote, in the shootout. Come on, man. That's more tone deaf than Yoko Ono trying to sing opera. Come on, man. You know that's not true. But I get his point. I do get his point. You know, his message at its core does ring true. He trusts his guys, and he's going to do his best to help them succeed. Case in point, Ovi last night proved that he still has worth. Carlson, by his absence, still has worth. Proved that he still has worth. Leonard, with all of his promise, still has worth. The once and future captain, St. Thomas Wilson, has worth. I could go on. A lot of guys doing their jobs. But they haven't figured it out. So what is the answer? The answer is try to find a way to move forward as a team. That's the answer. And sometimes they manage to do it. Sometimes it's a step forward. Sometimes it's a stumble. Sometimes they run to that next stop. And sometimes they get pushed back. Some days a long ways back. But they're still figuring it out. And that's the important thing. They're getting there, but at the same time, they're fighting some growing pains. And we kind of knew this would be what they'd be looking at this year. But the good news is that they're going to get there. And it's our right as fans to complain about the situation and what results. But you know what? We fans got to keep some of that fire from burning out inside and will this team to their maximum potential. And that well, when the losses come, and they'll come, that you got enough to endure those losses. So at the end of the day, all we can do as fans is enjoy that ride through the crossroads. And that's all we can do. I get the complaints, and we have a right to complain, but at the end of the day, they're still our team, and we got to support them. I'm not saying nobody isn't, but you know what? Get out there, get out to the arena and show it. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm asking. Whew. Yeah, there's a reason I never became a preacher, because if I had to do that every Sunday, I would probably keel over after a month. My goodness. I mean, but yeah,
Yeah, you've made valid points.
they're going to make mistakes, and that's the guts of it. And we can argue till we're all blue in the face about it, but they're still our team. So, all right, quick rundown of previews here for the coming week. So Monday, that's right. So Sports on the Hill, we're actually going to be doing a live coverage, as it were, of what's going to amount to the last period, because the Caps are actually playing at home against the Los Angeles Kings. That's a 7 o'clock puck drop Monday, the 17th. And then Wednesday, it's a 7 o'clock start, still at home against the Edmonton Oilers. So our first look at the defending Western Conference champs and Hectormeister and Connor McJesus come to town. 7 o'clock puck drop for that one. And then it's a back-to-back, a quick jaunt up to La Belle Provence against the Montreal Canadiens. 7 o'clock start there. That's Thursday night, the 20th. And then a day off, then back home again, Saturday night, 7 o'clock against the Tampa Bay Lightning. And that rounds out that week. So we're going to come to you again Sunday, the 23rd, the afternoon of the 23rd, for our next recording. And we do invite you, if you're listening, if you listened this far and you heard some of what we've had to say, and you either want to get on with us and give us a piece of your mind, or tell us we're full of it, or you got another angle. We want to hear from you. It doesn't matter. You have a voice here, because we'll make you a star. We will, because you're the Caps fan. That's what we're all about. So 4 games next week. Next Sunday is going to be pretty action-packed. I like our chances in a few of the games, but I don't know. Some of them might be pretty tight. But I think overall, I think they're starting to round that corner. It's just a matter of figuring it out. Pierre-Luc Dubois being hurt and out for several months. Yeah, that ain't going to help. But as they say, next man up. So
I got faith.
We see that. Yeah, definitely faith. I haven't run out on faith on this team, and it doesn't look all that great. But again, it could be way, way, way worse. So, what did we say at the beginning? It's going to get bumpy at times, but all you can do is sit back and enjoy the ride. And it's going to be a treat watching some of these guys grow into stars and superstars of the league, and that'll happen. It will. Okay, so that's pretty much going to be it for this week. Again, be sure to catch us, for this week anyway, minus Anna, on Sports on the Hill tomorrow night. Catch me on Sacroom's Capitals Off the Chain. I believe I am actually planning on doing making an after game cameo appearance after the Edmonton game to help wrap things up there. So you can catch me there. And wherever else you like Caps coverage that is fan based, there's certainly a lot. We hashtag a lot of them in our show notes, so be sure to catch them. All right. So, Anna, did you have anything else that you had to say?
No, I'm all good.
Okay. All right. Well, you sound good. So we're going to leave that at that. Okay. So this is the Blue Liner on Point signing off and reminding you that if you take yoga, you better hope your yoga instructor never shows up to class drunk, because they're sure to put you in a very awkward position.
Okay.
Hallelujah, and let's go Caps.
Go Caps.
This has been another episode of the Power Play Point Podcast. All episodes are available from Apple Podcasts, the Podbean app, blueliner77.podbean.com, and now available from Stitcher. Music by Joe McAllister, voiceover by Jeffrey Conkle.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Power Play Point Podcast. Thanks for listening.
Why is Ovechkin in the shootout? Why?